I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually. Leviosa! What was that? A taste of his own medicine. Nicely done! Look out! Confringo! Leviosa! Confringo! Accio! That's right, you lumbering lout. He's faltering. A few more hits should do the job. Protego. Confringo. Leviosa. Confringo. Leviosa. Stupid one. Leviosa! Protego! Stupid one! Confringo!
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Reparo. Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
I'll go and see what he wants.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. There. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Accio!
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Reparo.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we? Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
Accio, Revelio-worthy items. Should you be inclined to peruse my shop at your leisure. Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Accio. Revelio.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go. Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the
Revelio.
castle.
Revelio.
I'm certainly glad Serona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
was hungry.
More like he doesn't like you.
Balthazar loves me.
Oi! Can you help me?
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought perhaps a fellow Hufflepuff might have the perseverance to join me in a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts.
Following a Hogwarts treasure?
Huh? You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map.
Very well.
Fair enough.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Revelio. Is that stairwell looks promising.
Lumos.
I see Merlin Quidditch was cancelled. We had a goal in our office.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I'm not looking forward at all to learning about the Snoggle.
Almost fainted trying to help.
This looks like the portrait from the map. Now where's the treasure?
Accio.
There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Reparo. Accio. Reparo. Accio. Revelio. Reparo. Levioso. Accio. Reparo. Reparo. Levioso. Reparo. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
Levioso, reparo.
Нахуй.
Revelio. Lumos.
Huh.
Would conveniently go on holiday.
Accio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
I sent her love
Revelio.
but I think she thought I was making fun of her because she's
Revelio. Lumos.
А то, блядь, сфинкса, глаза. Я не могу найти.
Let's be sure we get some.
Я заебался.
I almost bought an owl in Paragon. While I remember,
Revelio. Revelio.
Это больно. Хоть мне киберпанк так не лагал, как эта игра не оптимизированная дерьмище.
Made any progress with your treasure map?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might...
Oh, how he shooed me out of there, but not before
I found what I believe is an authentic...
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage around
Revelio.
Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Revelio.
Of course it is. She's right. Thank you.
Well, it's their own fault for saving it, and then letting it grow fond of them.
What else were they supposed to do with it? It's a crow.
Охуенно телепортировался. Что ты голову грузила?
Accio. Reparo. Leviosa. Lumos. Revelio. A Daedalian key.
I wonder where it might lead me.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Got it. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means. Revelio. Oh.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant. What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must...
I should see this through and find the Hufflepuff house chest.
Смешно вам, да? А мне что-то не смешно.
Иди нахуй, блядь! This seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
Иди нахуй, блядь! Знаешь, это бот?
Lumos.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
That's it.
Иди нахуй, блядь! Знаешь, это бот?
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Иди
Seems
нахуй,
Crosswalk
блядь!
isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Glad you're back.
Revelio. Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got ready for another round.
I'm ready.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
You're better than that!
Protego!
That's all you've got?
Act like a winner.
There goes my way.
Bravo!
Иди нахуй, блядь!
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know. Excellent form. Good one. That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished. Revelio.
said it was a creature-induced injury, but I don't think so. Reckon he was still trying to levitate himself without magic.
Goodness, I didn't know that was even possible.
Lumos.
Revelio.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small...
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class.
They're adorable.
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of Puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a cow.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think.
The hidden hub?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before... It's supposedly so overrun now that no one... I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area...
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Lumos.
Once my sister said you were coward.
Revelio.
Иди нахуй, блядь!
Это бот?
Revelio. 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 These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio! This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. devil's snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Seems the devil's snare was protecting the chest of some kind. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Hogwarts has brought me and my siblings closer together.
The most I've ever been able to conjure with in what way?
Sometimes you can find some quite interesting things in the life.
Revelio. Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Lumos. Accio. Levioso.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentac. I appreciate.
Of course.
This is sure to put an end to Puffs. This'll show Everett how Thank you again, and thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein dunking for me.
Твою мать!
There's only one page in a book.
I never fold down a corner in a book. Make fun.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Интересно. У меня даже такая хуйня лагать будет в моменте.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try. Silent as a grave.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to...
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Was that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is. That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Revelio.
Should be in the clear. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelio!
As Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio.
Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Levioso. Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Peril.
Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it! might this lead?
Reparo. Revelio. Lumos.
Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
Levioso.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Revelio. Incendio. Levioso. Protego. Stupid. Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Incendio! Stupid! Incendio!
It is a book after all.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor McCaw?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Revelio.
Что-то знакомое.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Пилы на карте магазина надо подсвечивать.
I wish I'd paid more attention when
Say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Можно хоть с кем поторговать, ну, ёбаный.
Old spout or Spavin's been boring. Has there ever been a vampire worth knowing?
Hello there. Come on in. Plenty to look at here. A pleasure doing business with you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Let's look at what we have, shall we? Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You wouldn't catch me keeping one.
Why not? I think it's nice to be able to look back on old diaries and see what you were doing in the past.
I keep a diary.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Lumos.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy. What? Accio, Incendio, Leviosa.
Excellent form!
Accio, Incendio.
Nicely done!
Accio, Incendio.
Keep trying!
Accio, Incendio. Leviosa. Accio.
That was something.
Не, нет КД сейчас еще рофлится.
Incendio. Leviosa.
You'll get it!
Ёлская игра.
Next time, perhaps!
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
That's it!
Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Plus, you'll be even more formidable.
Hello, Lucan.
Big match today. It all comes down to... Ready for a shot at...
I certainly am.
Brilliant.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Я могу хоть внимание магии хуярить, просто дезинтегрировать. Я не буду.
Incendio. That's all you've got? Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Ringo. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. There you go. Leviosa. You're better than that. Protect. Incendio. Leviosa.
Some big hits that round.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
That was nothing.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough... Now, to the victor. And so it is my great honor to present...
Thank you.
You earned it! You are a duelist. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament... Wonder how my herbology plants are doing.
Harry Pippin certainly did.
Revelio. Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all...
Revelio.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neeb. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead. Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping... Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year. Gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Revelio.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Revelio. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they
Иди
looking
нахуй, блядь!
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
Иди нахуй, блядь!
the two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently.
Иди
But
нахуй,
whatever the
блядь!
reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Иди нахуй, блядь!
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair.
Иди
And you should know
нахуй,
that
блядь!
Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more
Иди
reason they
нахуй,
must be
блядь!
stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here? Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was
Иди
nice meeting
нахуй,
you.
блядь!
Wish it had been under better circumstances.
Revelio.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here? What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds...
Splendid!
What do you need help with?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never
I'm so sorry.
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. I understand. But I'd be forever. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged... My best guess is that it's just over there. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Нет, не буду, скорее всего.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Надо просто он занесло.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Наверное, сейчас заниматься пойду.
Time to tango. We can hold them off.
I was going anyway.
You'll take this student over my dead body.
You made a grave mistake.
Хватит просто в моменте лагать ничего жестко.
Incendio.
Хорошо. Ну я не могу, блядь, контратаковать, когда у меня 5 FPS.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if
the Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols?
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see.
Как я тебе брошу, что я не умею.
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am
Incendiary.
around these pyres. Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Нет.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Могу просто стоять.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Окей, я, короче, когда он будет лагать, буду Q просто спамить. Заебало. У меня так не лагает, блядь, ну вот именно вот залагивает, просто мерзко. Нихуя бабка, что делать? Ой, тут превратилась какую-то, съебалась. Зачем вообще это промежуточный пункт? Нет, она... У меня ошибок много было, она мне все поотмечала и отпустила. Да я ебу, типа, как там что чертить. Там народу пиздец дохуя просто, не знаю. К ней одной. Там человек, наверное, 16 точно было. О, Добби. Курсу графонистости. А я еще даже могу на ультра поставить и просто типа терпеть за лаги, потому что игра даунста. Вот так и сделаю. Перепшопу от залагов. Оба. Вообще ничего не меняет. Если ультра высоко. О, опять залаги пошли.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Более прикольные уроки были.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Иди нахуй, блядь!
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Не хочу извиняться. Глупость нету. Нет.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
are well prepared.
Revelio.
Яйца, сундук. Перо.
Your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Кто это кто? No-name пацан какой-то был. Ро.
Fine job brewing your first Wiccan World potion. There are many potions yet to learn.
Есть?
Busy
Revelio. О.
Should you chop the dittany or crush it? Wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
А, рудус надо, ёпарный.
And now we add the mallow sweet.
Revelio.
and- That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Dragon Done! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
I brewed an Edorus potion.
Да, он за него очки забрали.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an
Иди
understanding of the
нахуй,
ingredients
блядь!
themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Звук. Звук 5 FPS. Это. Ага,
Lumos.
Куда?
One can't hold.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Brilliant.
Дать хуй. Заебали эти уроки уже. Помните, экшон будет. Фу. Дайте хоть метлу мне полетать, блять, по пещерам каким-то боссом. Это гудок кричит. Но это этот саундпад у меня.
Иди нахуй, блядь! Знаешь, это бот?
Гудок стример такой, это ставка там в мемкоинах.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Репорт сюда. Блядь, так дайте мне метлу-то, ёбаный в рот. Блин. Я заколебался ходить уже пешком. Просто метлу не дают. Меня еще антивирус постоянно удаляет Hogwarts Legacy. Как только я перезагружаю компьютер, мне надо заново качать игру. Чтобы мне не этот... Не качать заново, мне надо на сон, походу, комп ставить. Я мог у Ярика попросить копию, но мне падло написать. Ждать, пока он в сеть зайдет, чтобы я тоже в сети тогда был. И плюс надо постоянно дожить в стиме, чтобы он не играл, хотя это, наверное, легко будет. Тоже две красные точки, я смогу подпиздить. Хоть тыкаю. Кажется, когда буду на метле лететь, вообще лагать будет сильно. Может, не успевает игра прогружать сама себя. Не оптимизированная говно.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Интересно, как он его. Мне пофиг.
Revelio.
Я был его баллом 0. Сейчас 0 градусов пытаюсь ставить, посмотреть, что поменяется. Кажется, ничего. Wild, Nvidia His. Низ перформанс. Низко. У него картинки, лаги же не пропадут. Хотя... Да, хуй знает, кого-то пропали.
Revelio.
Да, реально пропали лаги. Окей. Баланс сделаем и средний. Так, грабельно будет и нормальная картинка. Охуительная картинка. What to do заданий?
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Папиройки, будьте осторожны.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like that.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's place.
Просто будет 4 разговора.
Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I was just worrying about... Rumor is he was seen in the forest. I fear he got him. I'd help search for him myself, but...
I can certainly...
Any help. I
Типа
can...
да, он все везде.
Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Revelio.
Revelio.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them. Simply at my wit.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with...
Much as I would love to be rid of them. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected. It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Revelio.
По-моему, еще один квест.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Thank you for passing through.
Вау, в плане чего? В плане графики?
Mind yourself beyond our borders. Ranrock's loyalists have taken hold here.
Не, у меня нету пропуска кадра. Не должно все нормально идти. У тебя именно пропуски кадров, что ли? У меня лаги-то в самой игре, блядь. Нахуй сюда пришел? Где здесь мейн-квест? Какая-то шлюха любви. Так. Уродский плащ. И что-то не уродское. Все шмотки какие-то некрасивые, тут дефолтные красивые, все. Неохота их менять. Вот что это? А не геймплей, так я только начал. Мне еще пол механик нет. Даже на метле не летал. Ну так тут ходьбы прям вообще тут не надо. Не знаю зачем. Это попало.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Revelio.
Она должна, типа, она же очень долгая, она должна постепенно раскрываться. Как-то драться прикольно. Но что-то драк тут вообще нет. Ближе к концу побольше будет. Больше пиздежа.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldritch believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Картина нарисована красивее, чем наши. Я не понимаю.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place. But we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you.
You don't scare me, young cur. I teach you some little of what you should know of.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
What is that I hear? Perhaps death, in all its mercy, approaches.
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
What are you trying to say? That the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
Иди нахуй, блядь!
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But Madam Thistlewood, all right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. Wonder who lives here.
Revelio.
Блять! Сейчас спрыгнул. Дебил, блин.
Revelio.
Yeah. Yeah.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages. Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Accio! No, that's not it. Accio! You'll not outfox me, Jackdaw. It's no wonder I never found that clue. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left? A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and...
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I...
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. Tell you what, meet me at the...
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.